All right. Good evening, everybody. This is Mon Akabong, Diamond Master from NC Global. Welcome to our Friday night training. This is a recorded call. We will record this. We will share this with you guys. This is training where you will be able to ask questions. Today's subject is millionaire mindset with Atomy. So in order for us to be successful, we do have to have a millionaire mindset. A way to really help each other grow our business. In order for you to grow your business, in order for you to be successful, you do have to have a millionaire mindset, because without having those kind of mindsets, it's harder to grow your team. It's hard to grow yourself, because with a dollar mindset, you're going to do dollar stuff. But you're not gonna make much. But if you have a millionaire mindset, guess what? Your team, your customers will see that in you and say, you know what, I want to follow that person. So before we get started, ladies and gentlemen, let's start with our company's motto. So if you could please unmute yourself. All right, company motto, you guys ready?
Yes.
Yes.
Go.
Cherish the spirit, embrace the vision, follow the faith, serve with humility.
Awesome. Thank you, everybody. Again, thank you so much, everybody, for being on. Our agenda today is talking about having a $1 million mindset. We're going to have, first of all, we're going to have, you know what, before we get started, I do want to share one quick video. It's not going to be long. It's going to be about 6 minutes, but I'm going to play just halfway through. Okay. Here, real quick, I'm going to play this. Hope you guys can hear it. Uncle Mike, if you cannot hear it clearly, please let me know.
Will do.
Some people become rich and some become failures. Must you be born rich, educated, healthy, and have a very high IQ just to succeed? Because the law of success is already set. If you follow the law, you will succeed. A man named Andrew Carnegie was born into a poor family, but became super rich. He became the king of steel, right? How do some people become successful and others failures? He thought carefully about it. He realized that people just didn't know the methods and principles of success. He thought that he should tell many people about the law of success. So he asked Napoleon Hill to find in 20 years those 500 successful people, what they had in common, and to summarize his findings as the law of success. Hill found the principles that these people had and how they succeeded. This is what's known as the law of success. This law isn't something that gets set as law by just anybody. It's like the true north principle. It's a principle found by Stephen Covey, meaning that north has already been predetermined. If you look at a compass and it says north, then that means you're looking north. Let's say that we all write letters in blood, seal them, and we call this side north. Just deciding what's north doesn't make it north. It's already been set. Since the law of success is already set, if you follow the law the proper way, you will succeed. And if you live in whatever way you want, then you'll fail. This is like the laws of nature, which are all set. These are some laws. The sun rises in the east and it sets in the west. Water flows down from a high to a low place. The law of success is set like the law of nature. Some people call this the law of farming. When a farmer farms, he he has to do it according to the laws of nature. You know about farming, right? So when a farmer farms, what's the first thing he needs to do? The very first thing that he has to decide is what and how much.
All right, that's it. That's all I want to share. If you have time, feel free to go watch more of the videos from our CEO. It is true with any business, with being successful, we do have to have a millionaire mindset. We do have to have a determination to be successful. With Atomy, everything is here for us to be successful. All we gotta do is follow the system to be successful. In anything that you do in life, you gotta follow the system. You gotta follow the laws of success in whatever you do to be successful. So we're gonna get started, and we're gonna have, first of all, you know what, before I bring Alina up, it's gonna be Alina, Amy, and then Uncle Mike, and then Mr. Jacob, and then after that, we're gonna have questions and answers. But before we get started, to have $1 million mindset, you really have to be doing everything possible. Like, for example, the clothes that you wear. You know, we're wearing Atomy's, I'm wearing Atomy's jacket, Ari's wearing Atomy's shirt, and all the leaders that's out there, you guys probably see Amy, you guys probably see your mom, they dress with Atomy's shirts, everything that they do, right? Everywhere they go, people are gonna ask, what is Atomy? Who's Atomy? That's why being successful, having that mindset of going forward, you know what, I'm gonna be Imperial Master. Why not dress like an Imperial Master? Why not show, shoot, coffee. I want to put my coffee. We're gonna go on. I wanna bring up our future Imperial Master, Sales Master, Alina. She's gonna share with us the $1 million mindset with Atomy. So please give it up to Alina, Sales Master.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, future Imperial Masters. My name is Alina. I am a future Imperial Master, Sales Master to be specific right now. But I think to have $1 million mindset, I think you gotta realize that, you know, set your goals high, you know, that you can get there. Because if you set your goals and be like, oh, I just want to make like $2,000 a month, that's what you're gonna get. You're just gonna get $2,000 a month. But if you set your goals like, oh, I want to make $50,000 a month or $100,000 a month, that's what you're gonna get, because that's what you're telling yourself. It kind of goes along with, you know, saying like, I can't do this, like telling you, if you're already telling yourself, I can't do this, you definitely can't do it, because that's you're already defeating yourself by saying that, you know. So, and I guess one of the things is, like the life scenario is where you should write down your goals and what you want in your dreams. And not only that, write it like you're already there, you know, and so like kind of put it in your mind that, hey, I'm already here. My name's Alina. I'm driving a Lamborghini and I have $1 million house, you know, like just write it like you're already there, because you're basically telling yourself that you're going to get there when you think that way. So I think it's important to, you know, tell yourself you can do it. Because if you tell yourself you can't do it, then you can't do it. But if you tell yourself you can do it, you can do it. So don't like, and then, I mean, it's not just the fact that you say that you're going to get these things and it's going to happen magically. You got to put effort into it. You got to be disciplined, and you have to be consistent with the things you do to get there. So set your goals high. Tell yourself you can do it, because you can do it. Like anything is possible. And I think it takes like actually doing something hard, and then you get there, and then you all of a sudden feel invincible. Like I just started remodeling my house. So I did the hardwood floors, just me and my boyfriend. We did the floors. I knew nothing about doing floors. So we kind of just, we did our research and we just got the materials and we just did it, and we learned as we went. I mean, it even took us like, like we literally did our living room. And we had to pull it up like 2 or 3 times before we got it right, because the first time we, when we laid it down, it didn't lay out right. And then the second time, and then because of that, we also left the sponge underneath from the carpet. So then the floor felt smushy. So we pulled it back up again. And then after we pulled the sponge out, we did the whole floors again. And then after we finished the floor, my house is uneven. So like one part's higher and one part's lower. So sorry, it's my son. One part's higher, one part's lower. So we're like, we don't like that because it felt like uneven. So then we pulled it up again. And so like the third time we decided to change the way the floor looks and lay it down better and think of a better way to do it. But now we're happy with the way it is. But it took like 3 times pulling up the floor 3 times to even like get it right, but I think it's important like to take risk. Don't be afraid to do something that you don't think you could do, because then you'll be, you're limiting yourself to what you're telling yourself. So like, I know that I used to see people drive stick shift and I was like, oh, I can never drive stick shift. And I tried it. It was hard. But then I ended up getting a car that was stick shift and I was like, this is so hard. But when it came down where like I kept it for a month and I didn't drive it because I was so scared to drive it. But it took like, oh no, this is the only car I have now and I need to get to work. So I just got in the car and I just like tried it. I made it to the closest gas station. I called someone at work and I was like, come get me. I don't know if I can make it all the way to work. And I even left like, 2 or 3 hours before I was even supposed to be at work to give me time to get there. But but once I did it, like now I can drive stick. It's like almost like riding a bike now, so, but it was something that I never thought I could do because it just seemed so hard and complicated. But it's like once you accomplish something that you didn't think you could do, then you feel invincible. Then you feel like you could do anything. So don't be afraid to take risk. And just go for it, because you just have to start. Just don't keep thinking about it over and over again, because then you're not going to get anywhere if you just think about it. So you just have to start, try, and if you mess up, then just improve. Don't give up. Don't say, oh, I can't do it. Just keep going, and you will get there, as long as you don't give up and as long as you believe that you can. And that's all I have to say for now. Back to you, Vaughn and Nari.
Thank you, Elena. Future Imperial Master. That's awesome. Couple things I got from what you said. Okay, first thing first is you said anything is possible. Anything is possible, right? And I have always said that anything that we do, anything that we want in life, it is possible as long as we follow the system. Second, you says study, you research. In anything that we want to do, you did not know anything about the floor. So what you did, you did the research, right? Same thing as Atomy. We want to be successful. We have to do our own research. We have to go in there and learn more about Atomy ourselves, right? Not just a leader training you, not just getting on Zoom, but you have to make an effort to really go in there and do it for yourself. Learn how is it possible? How can you be successful with the Atomy besides asking the leaders here? Third thing is, you said everything is hard from the beginning, and it's true. Anything in life, no matter what it is, it's going to be hard because we don't know, right? We're learning step by step. If you want to be successful, if you want, for example, if you want to lose weight, right? You have to learn what is it that I have to do. Giving up eating 3 times a day, 4 times a day is hard. But yes, you can do it. I'm only eating 1 meal a day because of Dr. Sui's plan on as far as Atomy's weight loss program, right? Before I was eating 3 times a day. Guess what? I'm only eating 1 time a day, and I felt good. So, thank you so much, Imperial Master. Again, everybody, please give it up to her. Woo-hoo. Before we get started, I want to again welcome everybody. I see whose name I haven't seen earlier. Jacob, welcome to the call. Kershon, Ms. Doris, and I'm not sure who that is, but Susan, welcome to the call. Again, everybody, welcome to the call. Next, we're going to have our future Imperial Master, Amy Xiang. Amy has always been a great leader. Amy's team is doing amazing things down there, or in the Midwest, should I say?
North.
Is it North? I'm sorry, is it North, Amy? Where's code? Keep it there. Everybody, please welcome Imperial Master Amy Xiang.
Thank you, Mom. Thanks for having me. And I just want to say kudos to Alina for finishing your floor, because mine and I in that field, and it takes a lot of work and a lot of patience. So kudos to you so many times, and you'll be able to finish it. So kudos. You will be a really good leader since that you're never gonna give up and finish it. And for me, the things that you need to become a millionaire mindset is that you have to focus on what you want to do, and you will have to focus on the long-term goal, not just short-term, because you will fail any business if you focus on short-term, because just like Alina saying, to become successful is not going to be just blink an eye, but it does take so many failure to become successful, or so many steps to get there. And the things that the number 2, I think that it will really help is that find training. If you know that someone's in here in Atomy, or find your knowledge, don't be afraid to ask for help. I think that's one of the number 1. A lot of people, they fail in business because they always think that they know it all. And none of us in here that know it all. That's why we always do Zoom and making sure that, we be able to learn from each other. And always think big. Just like Alina said, think big. People saying that don't go above your mean, but I do agree that maybe with them financial wise, maybe, okay. But to me, I think that always go beyond your mean, even though it's financial, or even though if your goal, go beyond it. Because example, if you want a Tesla, go get a damn Tesla, because you will find a way that be able to pay that, because that is what you wanted. And when you have that car, you don't want to give away that car because you love that car, and you will find a way to pay for that car. So that's what I want to tell you guys out there, that being a millionaire mindset, just go all the way. I mean, just push it. And one of the things that I learned from Ma is that don't be afraid to show what you want, and always willing to take negative. Feel good about it when they talk bad things about you, and never discourage from any comments, and just close your eye and your ear from what you're doing it. Just keep doing it until you reach your goal. And thank you so much, Mom, for having me here.
Awesome. Thank you, Amy. Thank you so much for that training. Perfectly said what you said about staying focused. with Atomy, with anything that we do, if we don't stay focused, we're not gonna make it. Atomy is a long-term business, the residual income. I see so many people come into Atomy and they wanna make $1 million within 2 years, $1 million within a year. Well, with Atomy, because we don't have that auto ship program, right? Our customers can buy, we as leaders buy when we need to buy. It's not forced here with Atomy. That's why it does take longer, but you know what? Our customers, once they try out the products, they love it, they stick with us. Second thing is training, learning, okay? When you are here with Atomy, in any business, in anything that you do, Ma and Amy is in real estate. From the beginning, you know what? They're not gonna know everything. They took the classes. They went to get the training. They follow the people that's already successful. How are the successful people making money? It takes investment. It takes time. It does take a little bit of money here with Atomy, but if you go through the training, if you go through the learning, you will get there. Third thing is this. You mentioned reach for your goal, reach high, set your goal high. You guys probably have heard this before, reach for the star. If you don't hit the star, you could hit the moon. The moon is still a long way from here, right? So it's amazing of what we can do here with Atomy as long as we focus in reaching our goal, aim high, okay, aim high. So again, Imperial Master, future Imperial Master, Amy, everybody please give it up. Amy.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you. Next, we're gonna have our favorite MC, auto sales master, Uncle Mike is gonna share with us his take on Atomy's millionaire mindset. So everybody give it up to Uncle Mike.
Thank you very much, Diamond Master Mon, and to Alina and Amy. Outstanding, great information. A millionaire's mindset. How to become a millionaire? We implement the elephant concept. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. So how am I going to become a millionaire in Atomy? The number one thing is to get plugged in, okay? These, I got on 2 lights, 2 lamps right here. The only reason you're able to see me is because they are plugged in. The only way that you're going to become a millionaire in Atomy is to get plugged in. This call should have been a sellout. There should be people waiting to get in, okay? Because this is some good information. So then, I just want to give a few pointers because you got several people that's giving a lot of good things. Listen, in the midst of this pandemic, the number one thing we can do is we can concentrate on our immune system. Other people that we know, other people we meet, other people that we come in contact with, they need the information that we have. They need the products that we have, okay? Because, you know, a lot of people, they have not a clue of what's going on, and they have no information or no knowledge about health and nutrition. So we have we got the best tool, okay, which is nutrition, health. I mean, we even have skincare. I mean, I'm telling people that I just learned last year that the best skincare comes from South Korea. So we have everything that we need, but the number one thing is to get plugged in. And also, if you can do this, if you can hook up with another person, so like you married people, and I look at Mon and Ari, man, they got it made in the shade. They don't have to go look for no partner. You know, they're hooked up. Look at that. Is that love or what, right? That's Atomy love right there. Now watch this. If you can find a person that you can hook up with, it actually gives you more confidence, okay? All right. If I said, hey, Alina, let's go hang out over on Graham Street at that big supermarket and let's just talk to some people. I'm gonna have more confidence because I have someone with me. She's gonna have more confidence because I'm with her. So if you can, try and hook up with someone and do something that you haven't done before. Because if you keep doing the same things you did over the last 5 years, you're going to be right where you were for the last 5 years. So do something different. Okay. It's just like Mon and Ari and myself. We went down to Montgomery, Alabama to help Bubba. And we did a lot of good things there. Since then, Bubba and I hooked up and we've done something else. And Bubba, myself, and Lynn, we hooked up at another event and did that. And I'm going to tell you something. Get together with someone if you hear about different events going on, because one of the events that Bubba and Lynn and I did in Dalton, Georgia, I just got an email a couple of days ago. They're having a special thing in the Atlanta area, and they have invited us to come back, and they're giving us a free table. Okay, we paid, I don't know how much we paid for that, maybe $250. We're getting a free table. There's going to be over 100 bodybuilders there. Okay, and other people coming. It's a special event, and so that's scheduled for February the 9th in Atlanta. So, you know, get involved when you have an opportunities for these type of events. Get there and just have your mindset that my focus is this event, and I'm going to do everything I can to reach as many people as I can. See, here's the thing. A famous person by the name of Art Williams. Some of y'all may be familiar with the company years ago called A.L. Williams. All right, they did Soul Insurance. Their motto was buy term and invest the difference. Art Williams said something a long time ago, and I remember. He said that they have not yet devised a device that can look into a man or look into a woman to tell whether or not if they got the goodies. So you don't know. You might think such and such have the goodies. They don't have the goodies. The person you think that has it and not, it could always be the opposite. So just share it with anyone. It's free. What do you have to lose? Nothing but some time. So once again, in closing, the number one thing is get plugged in. Thank you. Back to you.
All right. Thank you. Future Imperial Master Uncle Mike. You're right, Uncle Mike. Plugging into the system. It doesn't get any better than that. When you plug into the system here, like our training, our Zoom, you are always learning from others. You are always improving yourself. If you get plugged in, guess what? You're going to invite your team to get plugged in. And when your team plug in, you're going to grow your business. No matter where you go, you can still plug into the system now, especially with Atomy Zoom. We can be anywhere. Text people, let people know, hey, get on Zoom. There's a great training coming up. You know, there's so much to do. And when you say get with a team, right? You are here to build an organization. The people that you plug into, the people that you talk to, the people you hang out with. I know R and I always talk to Sherry, always talk to Craig, always talk to Sue. We get plugged in. Now, of course, here on Zoom, we can plug into all our team members from everywhere. Here, it's important for all of us to understand what is it that our team wants and needs. What kind of training do they need? R and I drive an hour to meet up with Alina and Isela. That's a long drive on the freeway, right? And because we get plugged in with them, we plug them in, we're happy talking about Atomy. It gets exciting when you are talking Atomy, trying to help somebody grow their business, trying to help somebody improve their health, their life. When we talk about helping others while we're together with Alina and Isela, that feeling that you get, it's just amazing. We drive an hour home. It should be boring. But in our mind, we're always talking. We're always saying, you know what? They got a great idea. This is what we need to do together. You know, next week, this coming Sunday, we already plan on meeting up with other members and other potential business partners. How can we build this $1 million business together? So always plug in here in a system with Atomy Successor System. It's already here for us. Again, Uncle Mike, Future Imperial Master, thank you so much. Next, we are going to have Diamond Master, Mr. Jacob from Charlotte, North Carolina. We are not too far from Mr. Jacob either. We're probably about 45 minutes away. or was it 35 minutes away, about 35 minutes away. So again, I just noticed, Daisy, welcome to the call. I have not seen you for a while. We do miss all the leaders that have not been plugged in, and we understand sometimes life gets in the way. Sometimes we get busy. Some people change jobs, so they cannot be on a certain time zone. So again, Daisy, welcome to the call. We can give it to the Diamond Master, Mr. Jacob. Imperial Master.
Hello, Mom, can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear, sir, loud and clear.
Very good. Okay, good evening, everyone. Tom Jacobs in Charlotte, North Carolina, Diamond Master. Just want to say good afternoon, good evening to some. Tonight is a great night to be on this call, because when you look at the three people who just spoke before us, they dropped some things on us. Alina dropped some gems about taking a floor from zero to hero or shero, okay? Amy came in and talked about focusing. And we know focusing means follow one course until successful. And then Uncle Mike came back with some nuggets. Plugging in. All three makes a great Atomian. We all must be able to be around some very successful people to be successful in Atomy. Now, we all don't know what we don't know, but together we know a lot. Every call we make with Atomy, we learn something, or you should have a journal and you should write down these things, because I've been around 3 years. Every time I get on a call, somebody drops a good nugget, gem, or jewel. How do you recognize that? Because of the laws of success. When Napoleon Hill was given a task to go around the country and talk to the 500 most successful people, Andrew Carnegie said, Mr. Hill, I'm not going to give you one penny. You got to do it on your own. Napoleon Hill had one suit that he had to wear to go visit these people. His goal was to find out why some people are successful and some people aren't successful. Now, we all know one tree can make 1,000 matches, but one match can destroy a whole forest. Remember that. Now, Napoleon Hill's goal was to figure out, why do Mr. So-and-so do well and Mr. X does nothing? And it goes back to the 16 laws of success. When the book first came out, the 16 laws, and then the laws of success, then he came back with a book called Think and Grow Rich. You got to move. You got to get moving. You don't want to be like a rock sitting still. And also, a stamp stays on a letter until it gets there. You must be able to stay with Atomy and plug in with Atomy until you get where you got to go. We must learn our craft. We must know our craft. We must use our craft, and we must share our craft. Our craft is products, services, and information from Atomy. We get a chance to learn and share this information every time we get on the call. Now, the biggest thing that I want to share tonight is the harvest never looks like the seed. I have a big oak tree in my front yard, and now there's no leaves on it. But the oak tree started off with an acorn, and the acorn is so small. This past year, I must have had 1 million small acorns drop off that tree. We got squirrels everywhere. They're running around trying to get a harvest for the fall and the winter. And we had one that got killed the other day. He must have a home across the street, but the guy come from across the street over to my yard. He did not focus. He did not put an input into his life. And guess what, Alina? He didn't know how to lay a floor. And he got hit by a car. So we had to bury him. I had to put him in a garbage bag and bury him properly, Uncle Mike, because he'd been working for about 2 years in the same forest trying to get acorns. Now, we have people on this call been around less than 2 weeks. Some been around more than 2 years. We all have the same goal: to take Atomy and share it with as many people as possible. But we got to be consistent. We got to stay focused, and we got to stay plugged in. If we can do that continuously, we will all be successful. And like Mon said, he works from home, and he also travels around the universe, and he be in different cities, and he's always sharing the same story because they have the vision, and they've also took the bad things and made them good with Atomy. And remember these two words, everyone, before I close out: entrepreneur versus employee. Robert Kiyosaki has a book called Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I didn't have a dad in my life, so I had to work from the age 12. I had two uncles. I had a rich uncle and a poor uncle. My poor uncle taught me a lot of valuable skills about work ethics, but my rich uncle taught me how to lay the foundation for income producing activities. So by having the income activities, I focused a lot on entrepreneur things. And then I had to go back to my skills with my uncle, my poor uncle. He was one of the kindest people in my hometown, didn't have a lot of money. And I keep telling you, he was only making $55 a week in 1955. But he provided a lot of love, food, never ran out of food, had a roof over our heads. But his love was more powerful than my rich uncle. And I always remember that because my rich uncle had work ethics, but my poor uncle had love ethics. I think the love ethics outwon everything. Back to you, Mom.
All right, thank you so much. Everybody give it up to Diamond Master, Mr. Jacob, future Imperial Master. Wow, that was a lot of great information there. And that right there, we need to listen again and really understand what did Diamond Master, Mr. Jacob said. A couple things. When you mentioned about that stamp sticking onto the envelope until it gets there, I heard that a while back, probably in the beginning when I started a networking business in 2006. It makes so much sense that we stick to the success program here with Atomy until we are Imperial Master. Our success depends on us sticking to the Zoom, sticking to the system, because if we don't stick to the system, our team will not stick to the system. We're not going to make it. But if we're here together learning, and like Mr. Jacob says, when we're here to learn, to see a different Zoom, different education, different, there's so much to learn. I have said this before, and I learned this from the first networking business that we got into, is that the information that's given to you, the compensation plan, it's never the same, even though it's the same information, when you hear from 7 to 10 different people. When you are hearing it, like I said before, I might do the same presentation as the other person, but because the way you take in the information, you might not like the way I speak, you might not like the way I move, but it's the same information. But if you get plugged into a system, it might be one of those two persons, maybe the 5th or the 6th time you watch the video or you see the presentation, that really makes you say, wow, this is it. Atomy is it. That's why we say focus, plug into the system, always be learning. Again, thank you so much, future Imperial Master, Mr. Jacob. Give up. And I want to welcome Bubba Bo Wayne from Alabama. We didn't have a chance to meet up with him and his wife. So welcome to the call. And next, we got a couple more minutes, and we got plenty of time. I do want to bring up, if possible, Miss Valley Ford, could you share with us your thoughts on this Atomy's millionaire mindsets? Ms. Ford, you got 5 minutes to share with us, or however long you can. Please give it up for future Imperial Master, Ms. Valley Ford.
Oh, well, good evening, everybody. Well, my thoughts on being a millionaire mindset. I think it starts with, like they said, the mind. That's why I said the millionaire mindset. It starts with our mind. Because as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. And like Amy was saying, See, if you think you can, you can. If you think you can't, then you can't. So it all got to start with our mind. And that's why in Atomy, they've got the 8 cores. And one of them is to look at a video 15 minutes every day, because we've got to work on ourselves first. And see, we got to see ourselves being a millionaire before we can become a millionaire. And so that's why, and like Diamond Master Jace was saying, see, consistency is the key to the breakthrough. We've got to stay consistent. And then you've got to forget the things behind you. Forget about the things that you didn't succeed in the past. You got to forget about those things. And then you got to set your mind on what's ahead of you and what you want to be. And so that's my thinking on being a millionaire. Then you got to also, faith without works is dead. So you got to act like a millionaire. You see what I'm saying? See, when you go out to eat, you tip like the millionaire tip. You got to start somewhere, but you got to see it before you can have it. And like Mr. Park was saying, you got to bring your yesterday into your future. So you got to see it now. And then you got to stay focused. That is the main thing. You got to stay focused on what you want. And you can't get moved by what people say about you or what other people think. Your mind got to be set on, like the little train going up the hill. He said, I think I can, I think I can. I know I can. And then you're going to succeed in life. So that's my goal on the millionaire mindset. And then the other thing about becoming the millionaire, it says, follow the spirit. You got to follow the spirit. And then it said, you got to create the vision. So you got to write it down, and you got to have it before you. Write the vision, make it plain. That's why we got to do our life scenario. Write the vision, make it plain, and then we got to follow it. And then we got to serve in humility. I think that's the greatest one. Serving in humility. But I think if we do those things and stay focused, we can become the Imperial master that we believe we can. So it all boils down to the mind, and it boils down to believing, and then you got to put some action with what you believe. Back to you, Man.
All right, thank you so much, Valley Ford. Appreciate you, our future Imperial Master, Miss Valley Ford. Awesome. Thank you so much again. Thank you, everybody. Mindset, like you said, Ms. Ford, your mindset is important, very, very important for you to really see where you will be, right? Without that mindset of being successful, being Imperial Master with Atomy, it's going to be hard. You might not even be successful. But if you have that mindset of being successful and doing the things, like you said, the 8 core steps to success, it's written for a reason. All the Imperial Masters suggest that we follow the 8 core steps to success. That right there is the success system that we have to follow. Okay? See yourself as an Imperial Master before you get there. Tips when you go out and eat. Tip like you mean it. Tip like you're an Imperial Master. If you do that, your whole life will change. You will see that, you know what? I'm going to get there. I will get there. So again, Ms. Ford, thank you so much, our Imperial Master. Future Imperial Master, Valley Ford. Thank you. All right, we are going to open up for questions. Any questions, anything about this subject you want to have an input? And again, I really want to thank everyone for being on. Anybody have any questions? Anybody have an extra input to share? All right.
I just want to ask a little bit, not like a comments or telling you guys that when I just want to share something in here, like when for those of you that you guys want to know the feeling of saying that you guys are millionaire, to see what people look at you, how great the feeling is feeling, is that this is the tip that when Maya and I went for our training for 54K to become real estate, and this is what all coach tell us, that you just go out there, scream that you a millionaire. And then people will look at you, and Maya and V did, and people will say, well, what do you do to become a millionaire? They will ask you this question. Just go excited and then just scream that you are a millionaire. Just saying, I am a millionaire, or I'm a millionaire. And then people will just like look at you, like everybody will turn at you, and some will just give you huela, and some will come to you like, what do you do to become a millionaire? So try. That's what Maya and I, we thought that is kind of stupid, but when, you know, since that we go as a group, so everybody does it, and it just, the result, it just shock you. I mean, like, and it just make you feel so good that, okay, you know what, this is how I want people to treat me, because that is how a millionaire, people that just walk out and people look at you like, what do you do? I mean, now you just feel good about it. So for those of you that you guys just want to get a try it. I mean, that's what we did when we went to training, and it does give you like a really good feeling that, wow, that's the person that I want people to treat me. And the people will ask you, what do you do to be a millionaire? And then now you just say Atomy. At that time, we say became real estate ambassador, but now you just say become an Atomy member.
That's awesome.
So that's just I just want to get something out there for you guys when we went to our training. So yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you, Mom.
so
Back to
much,
you.
Amy. Yeah, we are Imperial Master. Acha. Thank you. I see Miss Porter's hand is up. Miss Porter, future Imperial Master, Miss Kathy Porter.
Hi, everybody.
Good evening.
It's good to
miss
see
you.
All. There's a lot going on here tonight, so I'm keeping that quiet. We're talking about millionaire mindset, and the thing that keeps ringing in my head is mindset, just as Mrs. Ford was talking about. Most of us, I think, are coming from a life of employment. We were employees. We were subject to someone else's rule, someone else's schedule, someone else's timetable, productivity schedules, that sort of thing. When you become an entrepreneur, as you're becoming an entrepreneur, you come to a point where you start saying, I can't do that. I don't know how to do that. I haven't got that yet. I haven't gotten that far. And honestly, our subconscious mind is not going to allow us to do anything that is not in its program. The decisions that we think we're making every day, we're actually living on autopilot. And we can't go beyond what the subconscious is programmed to do. So if you say, I want $1,000 a month, unless you have earned $1,000 a month before, chances are you're not going to get there because it's not in your program. So on the way to reaching our goals, and our goals are the steps, the benchmarks on the way to living our dream. On the way to living our goals, we have to develop the mindset. We have to change our way of thinking. And the only way we can change our way of thinking is to start doing something different on a regular basis. Now that includes doing the plugging in and the selling and the increasing the value of a transaction for the customer, over delivering. It includes all of that. But you still will not make it if you're still in the employee mindset. So you have to change your mindset. One of the books that I'm reading right now, and I'm also watching the video on YouTube, is You Were Born Rich by Bob Proctor. He's not talking about money. A lot of people will not read that book or look at the video because they think he's talking about you were born rich as in financial. Most people were not born that way. He was not born that way. We were born rich in God-given gifts. We have natural abilities that we are born with. If you don't discover what they are, you will never do what you were put here to do. And part of what we were put here to do in Atomy, if it's the right fit for us, and we're here and we're staying here, that's what's going to help you get there. We have to discover and develop that gift and then the talents that you learn. So while we're doing all these other things, that's why they now call it personal development. That is something that we have to spend a lot of time on, a lot, because where you are now is where you've gotten because of the mindset you have now. When you stand on that stage and receive that $1 million as an Imperial Master, you will not have the same mindset that you have sitting here tonight. You will be an absolutely different person if you put the effort into, and I get so excited when I start talking about this, if you put in the effort to get from here to there. There's another book, I haven't read it, but the title is What Got You Here Will Not Get You There. So, and this is all very true. This isn't psychological mumbo jumbo. If you still thought the way you did when you were 6, you wouldn't be functioning where you are right now. Your mindset has changed. So you want to be get to Imperial Master. They say it takes 10 years. 10 years from now, you will still be sitting right where you are if we don't change our mindset. And I'm not talking, and when I say you, please don't think that I'm saying you as in personally for the people that I'm talking to. It's for all of us. Mm-hmm. We must change our mindset. And that's by reading and listening and applying those things that are going to, those skill sets that are going to carry us from where we are right now to where we want to be. We have to, well, part of it is making slightly better decisions every day, a little bit better. Reading, planning, crunching the numbers, all those things we need to pay attention to so that we can start thinking like the entrepreneurs that we want people to see. Bob Proctor talked about Napoleon Hill. He talked about Stephen Covey. And he's older than Stephen Covey, but younger than Napoleon Hill. So he's right there in the middle. He used all of that material in his own presentation. So it's really worth watching the video. It's old, but everything he says in there is applicable today. He started from having a $4,000 annual income and owing $6,000. So he didn't come from money. He came from a miserable life, but he is so well off now because he applied Napoleon Hill's principles. He tells you what the secret is in Napoleon Hill's principles, and he allowed it and mentoring to carry him forward. So the gist of what I'm trying to say is we have to change. If we want to go one step further, I'm an agent. I've been an agent for over 6 months. If I want to get to special agent, I've got to change my mindset. To get from special agent to sales master, you have to change your mindset. And that comes by thinking and praying and doing those steps to get the new skills. And then we can think about going for our goals. And that's all I have to say. Thank you.
Ms. Kathy, thank you so much. Future Imperial Master, please give it up to Ms. Kathy. Wow, there was a lot of great information there. Again, I'm going to let everybody know I am recording this. You will be able to hear more. Again, a couple things. program your mind to be Imperial Master. It's true. We do have to change our mind. We do have to program our mind to be different than what we were before. You are here because all of us, okay, are seeing all this and understanding what Atomy have for all of us to really program our mind to be successful. You mentioned personal development. Besides being here on Zoom together, personal development, you do have to make time for yourself to really read, to really watch that quick video of what Mr. Hunter Park shared with us on how to be successful. Everything has to change. We have to change ourselves in order for us to change. We have to be able to really go through the process of changing in order for others to follow us and be successful together. So again, Ms. Future Imperial Master, Ms. Kathy Porter, thank you so much. And I do see our amazing Sister Ma, Sharon Rose Master, Future Imperial Master, and I do want to hear your input on this million dollar mindset with Atomy. So everybody, please give it up to our Future Imperial Master, Sister Ma.
Oh, thank you, Mom. I just got done with promoting Atomy, and I did not prepare to come here and you know, jump on the conclusion that you guys have. But I was lucky enough to hear what Miss Kathy just shared, and that's very powerful word. And yes, you know, everything we will have to change our mind, and you know, I think what we always have a mindset, we always saying that how am I going to get there, or you know, I don't have the money to get there, or I can get there because I don't have the support. But just like I told all of my members, we all can get there if you put your mind into, like, I challenge myself that every 3 months I'm gonna move on to the next level. And I'm gonna stick in that plan, just like I told my other member. If you don't challenge yourself, someone else gonna set a goal for you, and you can't reach your goal. You're gonna go doing other people's goal for yourself. So you just have to challenge yourself and just have to set a bigger dream. If your dream's not big enough to scare you or make other people laugh about you, then you will never gonna get there. So don't be afraid to share your your dreams or your goal with other people. Just remember that the biggest dream you have, the harder you want to put yourself out there to work and to get there. So thank you.
All right, Sister Ma, thank you so much. That's why you are where you are, because of your mindset. You set the goal to be successful. You're not afraid to say things. You're not afraid to tell people you're going to be successful. And R and I have been following you since you've been with the team here with Atomy. You have always done great things, and I have always followed you as far as you doing videos. You're not afraid of anybody saying anything about doing videos at any time. We see you out there, we see you making videos, and R and I have been learning from you on how to be more confidence and just go out there and talk. And it does take a process of doing things, because from the beginning we don't know, like we don't have the information, but we are willing to learn, are willing to do the research to get there. So again, Future Imperial Master, thank you so much, Sister Ma. Again, everybody, our time is up. Alina have, oh, okay, I'm sorry, I can't see your hand up. Alina, go ahead, Alina. Unmute.
Okay, I just wanted to add that don't be greedy with yourself and share yourself with the world, because you can help someone, and to withhold yourself because of whatever stupid constraint that you have is such a transgression against yourself. So because you can make a difference in someone's life, and if you don't share yourself, then you didn't, like So don't do that. So you have to go and you have to live your life and take more risk, and you want to put yourself out there, let people know about our products and our services, and how it could change someone's life, and you can help somebody, you can make a difference, and you are like important and you do make a difference. So and that feeling you get when you do help somebody and you change someone's life is you know, it's an amazing feeling, because you know, there's people out there that needs this, and it's not like, really is not the focus of just getting the money, it's the focus of helping people. And I think once you have your mind set to help people, the money is going to come like right away. So because there's so many people we can help with our products, there's so many people that you know, are suffering with health, and some people are lonely, you know, sometimes they want the company. And I look at like the lineage of our, like, you know, our downline. I look at more like a family tree. So it's like, how many people can I add to my family tree and take care of, you know? So it's like almost like building a family. So I think it's important that you focus on helping people as well, because the money will come once you do that, and you can make a difference in someone's life, and you can help them and change their life. And that's the most amazing thing about Atomy, because you know, sometimes like you see all the, like sometimes, you know, people win the lottery, they become a millionaire, but because they have no purpose in their life, they commit suicide, you know? So so I think a lot of people find that, you know, it's about helping people and building relationships, and is very important to a happy life, and the success will come eventually, because and how we grow Atomy, we have to help each other, and we have to be a team, and we become like family. So so if you get your mind to think that way, that you're not just focused on the money, you're focused on helping people, then you will be a millionaire, you know, in Atomy. And I think that's very important to realize, that you should definitely share yourself with the world. Don't be afraid of being turned down, because, you know, that person might not be okay at that time and willing to listen to you, and maybe down the line they will, but it's not you. Sometimes it's people's own personal issues, you know. And I just want to also say, like, it's going to be hard, and we're all going to face adversity. But if you think of every single situation that you go through that's hard as an opportunity to grow and to learn, rather than having it keep you down, you can get through it. And I know, like, for me, like, my life hasn't been completely easy. And so I appreciate those moments where I do suffer and I have to go through tough times, but I always come out stronger and better, and always wanting to improve myself because of it. And I learn from my mistakes too. So just don't be greedy with yourself, and share yourself with the world, and don't be afraid, you know, because you could really change someone's life and they might need it. And that's what I just wanted to add to the end of this meeting.
Future Imperial Master Alina. Woo-hoo! Thank you so much. Like I said, this is recorded. We can watch it again. And again, we have to close. We are 10 minutes over. Thank you so much for everybody being on. I see Kong Lee is late for the call, but I got this recorded. You will be able to watch this over and over again to hear from all these amazing future Imperial Master. We are family here together. Alina mentioned, you know, go out there and share with other people. We all know our Star Master, Sue Sung. She's amazing. We've been following her. And she says, go crazy with Atomy. Go out there and share it with people. You are telling people a great information. You're sharing the good news of Atomy. So don't be afraid. Again, everybody, thank you so much. We are